Hi everyone, it's Jeanette, Crafty Dork, back with the bee journal. Going to make today the little booklet that comes with the kit. This is how it's printed out. I did show it to you the other day, and what I've done to save time is actually cut it out for you. You go through, and these little dots that are on it are actually where you score. So I've actually scored all of this up. So all those little score lines, so they fold in, the booklet folds, and these little tabs fold in. So it's very easy. I'll get rid of that bit of scrap now. So basically all you need to do, once you've cut it out, scored your bits, is fold those in and crease. I'm not going to cover this one. The last one I did actually put tea stain paper or coffee stain paper in there. I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to leave it plain. This book, this second journal has been printed on white paper, so I'm using more white papers through it than the tea stains. So it will still have some tea stained in the booklet part, but not in the not as much in the journal. So first up, we just ink these little glue these little bits here, and I did put my silicone mat here so that I could be in frame, and I've moved it already. So just gluing those down, and then basically you fold it straight over. So that's all it is to making the little book. And there you have your booklet. Easy peasy. Now for the bits that go inside, I've done a bit of pre-cutting with them as well. I just want to show you, I printed, instead of printing them on to one a page, I actually printed the envelopes on 2 sheets to a page. So you can see the difference with them. You can also see the difference in the colour because I've used the white, and this one is just it's just an off-white. It's not a tea stainy paper, it's just off-white, I guess you call it off-white. So I'll just put those back there and so that I don't lose them. So what I'll just do is I'm going to fold these up, and these are easy enough to, I think we've all done these with different kits. I just score them across there with my nail, and whenever I put a one of these envelopes in a kit, in a journal, I 9 times out of 10, I won't say every time, but I don't glue them down. I leave it so that that can be a journaling space. So I've done those, and I'm just going to pop, because they're smaller, I'm going to pop a couple in. This one's a bit cute. It's really, really pretty. So we'll put that one in as well. Quiet day here today. Peter's gone off to football, and I've got the day to myself, although I did go out to put some papers in the recycle, and the dog let me know that he was here, dear old Rama. So that one is the same. You can glue that down, but I like to leave them so that whoever gets them, it can journal in them, or they can pop it somewhere else in the journal. And they're great little bits to go in tuck spots. So because they're a bit smaller, we can fit a few more in. That one, and then this little one. So this is a beautiful kit to work with. I absolutely love it. I've got a couple more bee ones that I'm going to be doing. Another one of this, and also another couple of different digital kits that I've got. So we'll pop that one in there. Where are we going to put this little fella? He's got to go in there somewhere. We'll pop him in there somewhere. So that was a bit boring, but at least you didn't have to sit and watch me cut out the envelopes. Yeah, got him right the right way. So this time, instead of sewing the signatures in, I'm going to tie them in. Where is it? Here it is. With my seam binding, just for a little something a little bit different. And like I said, this is a white-ish journal, but where's my scissors? But we'll have a bit of tea staining and all through it as well. We won't have it all completely stark. We can't be doing that. So just want to thank everyone that watched Mara's little video. She was a bit chuffed. And when can we do the next one, man? Looks like it might be something that we do a little bit of now and again, just to I think it helps her with her. She's a little bit shy, and I think it will help her with opening up, and yeah. So we'll see how we go. Bit of a frog in my throat just a minute. I just made myself a brew, as who's it, Carol Tinsel says. Oh yum. I mustn't forget to finish it. Usually I end up with it excuse me, I end up having it cold because I forget that it's there. Now I'm just eyeballing these. Just, that's where it is, but we'll just go a fraction under that. And this cutter is the Ants Pants. I just love it. I got it on Amazon. It's a Fiskars. My girlfriend's got a craft shop, and well, not a shop, it's an online shop, and I'm not sure whether she's actually, she was talking about getting some of these, so I must ask her, and if she does, I will put a link whenever I use it to her. I'm starting to get the hang of this link thing. We'll see how we go. Okay, so I've just cut those a little bit smaller than the page there. I'm only going to use one page. Oh no, I won't. I'll use them both. I'll change my mind. We're allowed to, aren't we? So a bit boring now. We just fold the papers in half, and I've just used my coffee stained paper. I don't know how many I've got here. Looks like there's 5, so that's 20 pages in the, plus these 24, so that's a decent little notebook. And the reason behind popping the seam binding is that when it's full, it can be taken out and you can replace the pages. So I'm just going to do it like that, and I'm going to tie a pretty little bow if I can at the top, not too tight. These old fingers. Actually, I know I won't. I'll just tie a little bow, a knot, because like I said, my fingers are a bit... Oh, last night, my golly, it was a coldish night, I think, because I was cold. Peter's got a sleep apnea machine, and it was whooshing down my neck. I said to him this morning, "Can't you sleep on the other side?" He said, "Well, I have half and half." And I thought, yeah, I know it. My neck was that cold, and I had the cat snuggled up next to me. She was cold. She doesn't come in very often into our room, but last night she was snuggled up. All we needed was the dog and we would have been right, but luckily he stayed. He's a big standard poodle, as I think I've said. Luckily he stayed in his own bed. Now what I plan to do with this one is it's going to go on the front page. Now I haven't made the front page yet because I don't know how thick this book's going to be, and I like to leave my making the cover until I know how many pages I've got in there, and that way it's not going to open out and just flop everywhere. So the idea, just a second, I'll get up. Oh dear, here we go. I found it. You should see my room. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's nearly time. Once I've finished videoing this series, I think it's time to get in and tidy up. Now I think that's not the front. No. I'm going to have to do a cover for this too. So what I thought I would do was not necessarily this big, but I would put a pocket on the front of the journal, and then this could just tuck in, so it might just be a smallish pocket. Could be a big one, but I think it will just be a smallish one so that it can sit there like that on the front. So that's going to be, or this one will be, for our front pocket, and this will be for the other journal when I eventually do it. So this is my journal that I write in and do bits. I've shown it to you before. So that's it. Very easy. Little bits in here. We can add some little bits of paper into these so that they can be journaled in, and then there's the little booklet so that it's easy to. You don't even really have to undo it. You can just whip it in and whip it out. So there you go. So that's that one. How long have we been? 14 minutes. Okay, let's do... So that one's done. Let's do... This is just very, very simple, little journaling cards that I did. And I just punched the corners, so they'll go in there somewhere. And I did, when we made these little pockets, I did end up, I'll just show you quickly those. I did end up, I stuck the side down and I cut a larger journaling card in half, and I just stuck a little hexagon from the the background papers. So that was just to titivate that a little bit, and that just goes in there. When I put this is the page it's going to go on. When I pop that in there, I will stick 3 sides, and that one can go in the pocket, and then I can put a taller tag up the back. Not sure what yet, but I have got which are rather, I don't know whether they'll actually go. I don't know, they might cover up too much, something like that, but it will be a bigger card. I have to show you how to do these one day too. That's a bit of texture on them. So I just thought I'd let you see that one. Now we will pop that aside. Now we've seen those, and they're just easy little journaling cards. They'll just fit in somewhere if I've got a little spot that I need to just tuck something into. The next one I'm going to show you is how I did. I've had a lot. I popped these onto some photos onto Facebook in a couple of the different groups that I'm in. Foxy Creations, Artie Mays, Dear Julie, Australian Handmade. Who else? Victoria. I can't remember. Anyway, there's a few that I've posted, and a lot of people have said, where did you get the die? Well, I tried to look to see if I had the cover or packaging, but I think I've got every other packaging except this, and I am pretty sure, dare I say, AliExpress. I do go onto AliExpress. I won't tell fibs. I won't buy stuff if I know that it is a copy of something like Stamping Up, or you know, there are different people that you can look at things and you can think, well, that's somebody else's design. But this was a bit stinking cute, so I got those, and that's how big it is. So it's not very big, but it's very effective. The other one I've got that I was going to use is that one, but I really do. I'll show you where I'm going to put it. I'm going to pop it on the side of the page like that, and I think that one, although it would work, is just a bit big. So I've gone with this one. I'll use that other one another time somewhere. I've yet to work out what I'm going to do with these little things. They could make really nice little tuck-in tabs, even with some of Tracy's little words or things like that on, collaged, or am I going a bit too far? Anyway, I can't chuck them out. I've got to have a look and see if we can work with those later. So all I did for this was, I'll just do one. I used one of these as a little template. In the center one, I just picked out a little bit of text. And then just roughly leaving a little bit around the edges. And I mean, this will work for any film strip that you have. I've done this in a lot of different albums, but it did get my attention when Shelley from Junk Journaling is my therapy. I had to look it up in the little book that I'd written it all down in. So, And I love going on and having a look at Shelley. She's a newbie as well, so it's nice to support our all our new friends. So little plain one in the centre, and then I just flipped around the paper and picked out, we'll go for that little one there because I can get, yep, no, we'll go for him. I like that one. And just like I said, around the edge. And then we might get this big one. Really, yep, we can get him. Just get his little nose, not really good, is he? Get these guys. Nibbling on a flower. Okay, so once I have got the bees all organised, I just started at the top. Got to have another sip. Or I'll forget. Okay, and I just a little dab of the glitter glue around there. I just lay him on the table and then just pop him in. Just trying not to get the holes. Looks a bit cute. Then the next one, I just overlap. You could cut a whole strip down, but I just like to pick out the bees. Which way will we have this one going? Up to see what the others are doing. And that's all it is. Super easy, and like I said, it can be done. Shelley's tutorial was with a straight die cut like that, but it was smaller. I did go on AliExpress last night and have a look to see if I could see this one again, but I couldn't see it on there, and I did go on to a few craft shops that I deal with, but I could not find that either. So yeah, if anyone does find it, perhaps they could share it with everybody else. But yeah, it is definitely a little funky monkey. Does that sound too weird? But I am weird, so my kids tell me. Okay, so that's about all I've got for you today. I showed you those. I showed you how to do the booklet and the film strip. So I hope you enjoyed that, crafting along, and I'll see you in the next video. I think there's another little booklet that I want to put in, and also a little pocket. So I will do those ready for the next video. So take care, see you next time, and happy crafting. Bye for now.